It becomes a part of your life. It's who you are. It's what you do. It's not something you do tomorrow or just 1 month. You do it for longevity. This allows you to actually see results. Hello my darlings and welcome back. I'm Diana if you're new here. Let's get started. Today's quote states, "You only lose if you quit now." I may have touched on this subject in the past, but it's never too late to talk about it. And I think that almost every time we're always constantly doing something. We're always trying to achieve something, get something, become something. So it's relative in any season you're in every time, because you always need that sort of momentum going for you. Otherwise, you might quit. And you know what? You only lose if you quit now. So we're not going to do that, okay? So that's what we're talking about. Let's go. What is one thing that you are working on right now? Let us start off with weight loss. Why? Because that's something that I have been seeing a lot of people on social media talk about. They want to lose weight. I see that so much. That's one of the biggest, I think, one of the most loudest, what do you call it? Things that people are wanting to do. Goals that people are wanting to do. Losing weight is a very big thing that people want to do. Finding their spouse is another one, and there's another one. But anyways, so let's say that you want to lose weight. You've been saying this for about a year, and I don't know where you are, but let's say you've been saying this for about a year, maybe more, or even shorter, let's say 6 months as well. And you have tried to lose weight, right? I put it in quotation marks because this is a big thing that happens. You can say you're going to go on this journey, you're going to go on, and then suddenly you're no longer on this journey because we have so many things. Now, what does quitting look like if you're on a weight loss journey? Quitting looks like eating the junk food that you said you were not going to eat, or the one that you know you should not be eating. Eating excessive amounts of sugar, sugary drinks, sugary foods, sugary anything. Because we all know that weight gain comes when you overeat sugar. And I've actually learned that it's not really that you're eating so much sugar. It's because everything that you eat has sugar in it. Almost everything that you eat has sugar in it. It's similar to when I was trying to cut out dairy, and I had a hard time because almost everything contained dairy. And I thought to myself, my goodness, how can I do this? All the food I need has dairy. How am I going to survive? But it required actually saying no, regardless, saying no. So if you are on a weight loss journey and that's your goal, you're going to have to say no. You're going to have to say no, because every time you quit, you put yourself further behind. You never get to where you want to get. It takes you so much longer to get there. But I know you want to get there soon. You want to get there soon enough, sooner than later. You have to actually go hard at it, okay? And perhaps you don't want to go as hard as some people, where you can just cut back on everything and go cold turkey, which is not really recommended if you want long-lasting results. But let's say you want to cut cold turkey. Well, you can do that. But if you cut cold turkey, you might end up where you've always been. You might actually overindulge. That happens when you just cut out completely food and say, oh, I'm only going to eat 1 salad every single day, or 5 salads only every single day. When you're on this big weight loss journey, you end up craving so much food. And on your cheat day, which I don't recommend cheat days, but on your cheat days, you're going to overindulge because you have missed out and you're missing it and your body craves it. But that just means that you're quitting. That literally means you're quitting, because every time you quit, you're further behind. Every time you put something on hold that you're trying to do, that puts you behind. That makes that means that you are quitting. And we don't even think about the fact that, oh yeah, I'm just taking a little pause, or I'm just going to I don't know, give it a break and say, okay, I'll come back next week, or I'll come back next month, or I'll come back next season. What you're doing is you're quitting. You're quitting. And you know what happens 2 years from then? You're restarting this journey again, or you're exactly where you were, or you're probably worse than where you were. So it's imperative to make sure that you're not quitting every few minutes, every few hours, every few months, every few years. If you want the thing, consider long term, because long term allows you to not lose, right? Because that means you're constantly winning. I think I made a video about losing and winning. It sounds familiar in my head, but I don't remember. But this is different. You have this goal. You know what? If you don't want to lose, stop quitting. You've got to stop quitting. Weight loss takes a lot of, just like anything else, it takes a lot of momentum, a lot of resistance that you have to put on. You have to put on a lot of discipline, and you have to really have a lot of strong will. When I was much younger, I was a little bit overweight, not overweight, but my weight loss happened because I did not have money. And when I did not have money, I could not eat. And so that's how mine happened. But that's not a safe way, because I ended up being malnourished. And you don't want to lose weight in a very malnourished way. You want to be a healthy person, period. So if you are on that weight loss journey, you don't want to lose. The only thing you want to lose is weight, right? You want to lose weight properly, and you want to do it well and safely. So you want to research it, but you want to take it slowly. Slow and steady will win the race, and it will keep you from losing. It will keep you from quitting, because again, the only way you're losing is if you keep quitting. And you quit because you're doing things that are not helping you maintain something. So anytime you pause the thing you're trying to go after, that's quitting again. Okay, if you want to see yourself in 6 months from now, 3 months from now with progress, you just have to go for it. You have to go for it when it's hard, when it's challenging, when you just don't feel like it. Oof, that one, right? Because sometimes we just don't feel like it, and so we say, you know what, not today. Not today. Let's just restart it. And that happens to me sometimes with different things. Sometimes I'll say, not today. I want to come back next week. I want to come back next month and try again. It's okay to take pauses, but remember, sometimes these pauses can cause you to quit, because if you take a long pause, you might end up not coming back ever again. Never coming back into doing the steps that you were taking, because the pause was so long. So again, if you don't want to lose, you've got to stop quitting. The only way that you lose is if you quit. So don't quit. Keep going. Keep going no matter how hard it is, no matter how difficult it is or seems, no matter what people are saying. If you're not seeing progress, this one is huge. If you're not seeing the progress, you have got to reroute. You've got to take, inventory, assessment. Because if it's not working and you continue to do it that way, it's going to continue giving you the same result that you don't want. And that will cause you to quit as well. And we're not trying to quit, right? We're not trying to quit. So again, I'm just keeping on the weight loss example in this video. When you find it difficult to lose weight, you've got to try different styles of weight loss journeys. I believe there are so many different food plans, fitness routines you can do. There is one thing that I can say, I'm not a weight loss consultant. At one point there was a product that I would recommend people, but I think that's no longer in business, but it worked. But you can actually lose weight in so many different ways. You just have to stick to the plan and the program. And I recommend checking out checking out a vegan diet, checking out a carnivore diet, checking out a keto diet. The secret with all these diets is not using them as diets. If you use them as a lifestyle, it makes such a huge difference. You create a lifestyle that you can consistently do that keeps you from quitting, because it becomes a part of your life. It's who you are. It's what you do. It's not something you do tomorrow or just 1 month. You do it for longevity. This allows you to actually see results. This allows you to see progress. This allows you to maintain the results that you have gained. And you can't quit now because that's who you are. That's your lifestyle. Does that make sense? So again, the only way you lose is if you quit. So don't quit. If you take a mini break, that's fine. But you have to make sure that you have a planner. If you don't have a planner and you do not write down when you're going to return to the thing, you won't return to the thing if you don't have that mentality. So there's so many things to this. It's like, where is your mindset? Where does your mind lie in all of this? Because if you have this mindset of, okay, if I take this little break, I can always come back because I do this often. I know how to get back into it. My mindset allows me to get back because I've programmed it to always get me the results, to always get me to doing the things that help me get where I want to get. The mindset is there. The willpower. Do you have the willpower to do the thing? Do you have the willpower to quit the thing that is ruining it for you? Do you have the willpower to stop anything negative that is preventing you from reaching your goal? You need the willpower. You need to say no to those chips. You need to say no to the sodas. You need to say no to whatever it is that is just making you lose, making you want to quit, making you want to stop. So, in order to continue to keep winning, watch my other video. But also, have a mindset, a positive mindset. Stick to the plans. Have a plan. Write down your plan so that you can always come back to it. If you don't know what your plan is, you're gonna do whatever and you're not gonna get the result you want. If you have a plan and an end goal and a specific end goal, write it down and always come back to it. Follow through when you say you're gonna follow through. And when it's hard, challenging, push yourself and do just a good amount to say that you did it. Because when you do just a little bit, guess what? Then tomorrow you'll be able to do even more. But sometimes even when you do a little bit, you do more because you feel so good. You feel so good when you're moving. It gives you momentum. Because I can tell you that sometimes when I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I don't have the energy to do the workout. Guess what? I'll do it. But once I do that little warm up, suddenly I can do a full-on workout. So just do the little bit and that will push you to the big scale, the grand event. Keep going. Keep going. Okay? Keep going. When you feel like, find a support system, online or in real life, or motivate yourself. Write down everything that can motivate you to keep going. Alright, my friends, that's it for today's video. I know I focused on just one little thing, but that goes for anything you want to do in life, anything you want to accomplish, right? You can do the exact same steps, follow the exact same steps, or the exact same tips, so that you're not quitting and losing. So you don't lose by quitting, if that makes sense. But yes, that's it for today. And again, I have a course called Mindset Ignition. If you need it, if you feel called to it, check it out. The link is in the description box below. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you have not yet. Let me know in the comments below what you're working on, what you need help on, what you'd like me to talk about and encourage you on. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.